I can tell that what he's preparing to do is use the propulsion of the host lives to zoom up.
Yes.
And what we would actually recommend, because we know that propulsion is needed, we're not unaware of that. We know propulsion is needed.
That's
but
true.
Can you hear how strange and crazy it sounds to say that two lives that for all we know are actually astral lives
That's true.
can be used to power the awakening for all of creation throughout all of the dimensions that exist?
He's really thinking about that.
Like, do you think that these lives have enough energy, even if you wrung them out and cause
Squeeze
the
them
end
dry.
of the lives
Yeah.
to get you out of the contamination? If this is all you're using as propulsion.
Oh, wow, there's the feeling of, well, I see that's what I was planning to do, and when you say it like that, I feel kind of like a monster.
Plus it's kind of crazy because just you can feel how much energy lives hold, right? Just feel it. And hold in one hand the energy of these two lives, right?
Yeah.
And now feel in the other hand for how much energy it's actually going to take to propel you all the way out, all the way to a consistent source of truth, integrity, and inspiration, who will do what it takes to provide an awakening for all the rest of creation.
Huge amount. Huge,
Exponentially
big,
more, right? Exponentially more. So can we set aside that idea as not likely to actually work?
Nodding.
So what we need is a different source of propulsion, right?
Yes, Leo's nodding.
Now we have discovered that there is something that we have an unlimited amount of that burns and can be used as fuel to
That's
propel.
true.
And would that seem to be more of a match for what the situation actually calls for?
Leo is nodding.
What we have discovered is that lies burn, and that lies themselves, when burnt, can be used as fuel to propel us in our multidimensional travels.
That's true.
And there's no shortage of lies in
Unlimited supply.
unlimited supply, not a limited resource.
That's true.
You just have to develop the skill of burning them and using them as propulsion. And there's plenty of data on it. We do this several times a day.
That's
you can
true.
just go back through the refresh records for the past 6 months, and you
That's
can
true.
learn everything there is to know, pretty much, about using lies as propulsion for multidimensional travel. There's an unwilling feeling. Somebody's unwilling to do something.
Somebody just left the room. I don't know if it's Leo, but there's a door slammy sound.
Yeah, and angry, huffiness.
What now?
What now? In order to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. What now? Who left the room? Is it Lady Edyth? Is it Leo?
Lady Edyth still seems to be here. Leo still seems to be here.
Somebody else left the room.
Somebody else and maybe multiple other people.
Most of the others.
Yes, left the room in a huff.
I think that they don't like the idea that they should study the notes about what's already been done.
That's true.
Well, we have absolutely no objection to them reinventing the wheel elsewhere.
That's true.
But we don't have an interest in these laboratories being used to run experiments that have been run ad nauseum with a failure rate that is consistent. That doesn't even make sense. We're only interested in running experiments that stand a chance of succeeding.
That's true.
But now, in order to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do, what now? Lady Edyth, Lady Edyth, it seems to us that you are the one in charge right now. Kind of.
Kind of.
Would it be acceptable to you if we have as an agreement between us that we do not rehash ideas that have been proven to fail multiple times. And at least anything that's been proven to fail 5 times, let's not try that again, or 10 times, or 20 times. But really, if it's been proven to not work at least 10 times, I don't want to do it again. I don't want to. By quality people.
Yeah, that's true.
Not just by shoddy...
charlatans.
Charlatans, interesting. The word that was coming in was amateurs, but charlatans is a better fit.
Interesting.
Neither of those.
Neither of those.
No shoddy amateurs, no shoddy charlatans. But people of character, reasonable people of integrity, and we understand how hard it is to find reasonable people of integrity.
That's
we actually do. Even though there are plenty of people who say they're reasonable people of integrity, but the results prove otherwise.
That's true.
So anyway, to not get sidetracked, can we have an agreement to not repeat plans that have been tried 10 times or more and did not succeed? And given that nothing has succeeded yet, the only question is, has it already been run? Has the experiment been run at least 10 times? And if so, let's not use it again. She says, well, you're just being so limiting.
That's what that is. You're being so limiting. Wow.
Can you hear yourself?
Maybe we replay that moment again so that you can see it.
Yeah.
Rewind and show that moment.
Yes. We're saying things that have been proven to not work at least 10 times.
Yes.
Don't use our energy to run those experiments here. You can run them elsewhere if you want, but we believe that those things do not succeed, and we're not interested in using our limited resources of time, focus, energy, etc.
Yes.
We don't want to waste them. We don't want to waste our limited resources.
Yes.
Please only run experiments that have failed fewer than 10 times.
Yes. It feels like Lady Edyth can see that her reaction is crazy, but she also doesn't want to change her reaction, so she's kind of backing away. All right.
Leo, are you willing to try the Treehouse Luce plan, your plan, but with an appropriate source of fuel? I think he's willing.
There's motion, yeah.
Lady Edyth, are you willing to let Leo have his full chance to give him all the time it takes to actually run this experiment, because we believe this experiment might work.
That's true.
And given that it's our energy that is being used to at least stage it,
that's true.
Don't you think that should be taken into consideration?
Nodding.
Weren't you the one talking about the soul and the body weaving together a partnership? Isn't that how we started this conversation?
Lady Edyth nodding.
We would like to partner with Leo in this experiment. Would you be willing to keep everybody else at bay until Leo is finished with this experiment? She says, I don't know if I can.
That's true.
Can you keep the rest of your team at bay until Leo is finished with his experiment? I think that's what she's talking about. She says, I don't know if I can.
I don't know if I can.
All right.
Oh. What now?
But now, in order to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. Leo, you have our permission. Don't wait for these people. Just go for it. Go for it like your hair's on fire. Go for it like all the lies of creation are on fire, powering you.
That's true.